It really is uncalled for that there's people that have to die because of this fight against immigration and the immigration that we're fighting as a country.
Hey, these people, they don't care about the documentation. You got the ID or you got a passport, they just come and hit it everyone.
Citizens and the leaders are saying that they are fighting for this country. They are actually killing this country because of the way that they went about doing all these things. You know, I always say, when you want people to return to their countries,
we need to deal with illegal migration. We have seen how illegal immigration into our country can put pressure on our public services and undermine our efforts to create decent work.
So the government of Ghana previously had about 800 people to be evacuated from South Africa. Now the number has increased to 1,005. 1,005 people have been registered and they want to be evacuated from South Africa to Ghana. And also I have JACINTA talking about the young guy that was unalived in South Africa. The young guy that was mistook to be a foreigner and was unalived. She's talking about it. And also I have other videos of other foreigners who are in South Africa and also South Africans themselves talking about what is happening in South Africa right now. I don't want to talk much. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. You don't lose anything by liking. Just give the video a thumbs up. Like, comment, whatever you think. Let's discuss. Let's talk about it. Let's go into the video.
How are the people taking the suspension of the registration? Those who are in a hurry to leave the country, those who can't take it anymore, and now they have to wait for a few days, a few weeks, maybe a few months, depending on the decision we make eventually to, come back to the registration exercise to ensure these people come back home. How are they taking it, and how are we ensuring their safety as well?
Let me confirm this to you that we've registered virtually everybody.
Okay.
Now, after the registration, the documentations are taken to the offices of the Department of Home Affairs. They go ahead, they vet the people, and then come back to us and tell us that these people are qualified to travel. Now, we've done that for almost 1,500 of our compatriots, which covers all the number of everybody who wants to leave this country. Now, we've suspended it because we saw that the numbers were done. We have 1,005. Why won't we allow the Department of Home Affairs to go ahead and vet those people and bring the documents back to us at the High Commission? That is the only reason why we suspended it, just to ensure that there's an efficiency when it comes to how we are able to repatriate them. It's a whole process, and we don't want it to be have a lot of backlogs that we'll be dealing with. No.
And the vetting is necessarily to look at those who genuinely want to come back home, or those who are in effect, because there's also the understanding that certain people want to come back home. They've not been able to secure themselves flight tickets to come back home, and so they're using this as an opportunity to come back, and then maybe after 6 months they find a way to mobilize again and go back to South Africa.
So the screening is not on our terms. The screening is done by the officers of Home Affairs, Border Management Authority, National Security of South Africa, and also the Police Service of South Africa. We are not part of that intensive screening that they do. They would find out whether there are criminal records.
Okay.
They will find out whether you are genuinely in the country. They will find out how did you come into the country. Did you come through the land borders or through the airport? They will find out every information that they want to find out. And once they are done, they bring the file to us and say, this person is cleared and this person can travel and go home. Now, when they bring us a document, then we at the High Commission also do another set of screening, where we find out genuinely, is this person going to Ghana because they are under distress, or they want to go for the sake of the flight tickets that they are buying? Let me put on record here that we tell them every day, when your fingerprints are taken through this repatriation process, the screening, there's no way you can come back to South Africa. Automatically you are banned. Those that are undocumented, they know you can't step here. You can't use any other thing. You can't come with any other passport because your fingerprint has been taken and they circulate it on their database.
Yeah.
So we tell the Ghanaians, if you want to go and come back, they've told us clearly, South African government has told us clearly that anybody that comes in again after this whole process is done illegally, what they are going to do is that there's a compulsory sentence of 10 years onto that person. So we've told the Ghanaian citizen, don't take this chance thinking that you are being smart, thinking that you want to go and come back, thinking that like the other panelists say that they cannot buy tickets and then, but none of them has withdrawn. So it means that most of them, or even all of them, are going genuinely. People who don't want to come back again.
Hey, these people, they don't care about the documentation. You got the ID or you got a passport, they just come and hit it, everyone. To me, they just break everything. I got nothing with me. They break everything. I got nothing with me. Yeah. Now I'm displaced. I don't even have a clothes. The one I got is what I have here. Yeah, I'm wearing it. It's better we go back because we're not safe. They do it in front of the police, miss. Yes. I'm not happy. I don't think I will come back here. But I had the documents, everything, they ban everything.
The police in the Western Cape did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Buses are being arranged to transport the displaced to their home country.
As we work to build a safer, more stable and more prosperous society, we do need to address the challenge of migration. When it is well managed and regulated, migration can help to drive economic growth and opportunity for all. However, we need to deal with illegal migration. We have seen how illegal immigration into our country can put pressure on our public services and undermine our efforts to create decent work for all. As announced in the State of the Nation address, government is taking decisive action to address this challenge. We are cracking down on violations of immigration laws. We are increasing our inspections of workplaces and prosecuting employers who violate our labor laws. We are strengthening, Madam Speaker, we are strengthening border security, stamping out corruption in the immigration system, and closing the loopholes in fragmented immigration laws.
Ma'am, can you please address the killing of a 19-year-old Tsonga boy from Limpopo in Western Cape, Muscle Bay? I myself am a 19-year-old Tsonga. Am I supposed to start fearing for my life too? First of all, I'm just going to send out my deepest condolences to the family for their loss. I think it's cruel and heartless what they're going through and what the community did. And I don't think any family, even if it was not a Tsonga boy, if it was just a foreign national even, it really is uncalled for that there's people that have to die because of this fight against immigration and the immigration that we're fighting as a country. But I also just want to respond to you, young man, who said you're 19 years old. And I just want to let you know that, when I started March and March, I think I've been consistent and I think I've been clear in the call that there must not be violence. I've been clear that South Africans are going to get rid of illegal immigrants. And that's why every single time we've marched to our government, we've handed memorandums to our government. And, there have been instances where there had been standoffs with foreign nationals themselves, but there has never been a life that was lost. And until now, with the many marches that we've had, we've never had an incident where someone was said to have lost a life. And that's because we simply don't operate that way. That's why even when March and March saw that there's incidents in Bloemfontein that were starting with young people and the burnings, etc., we did personally call them out, or I did personally call them out to say that we don't fight like that. I know I've been criticized a lot even for having peaceful marches, because people are really angry out there. People are furious. And we try our best to always calm the situation, to make sure that South Africans understand that we are going to win this. That's why we always emphasize that we will win. We don't want them to feel like this is a lost cause, and that they have to resort to feeling disheartened or angry or give up, or resort to other things, because we will win. Even by following the law, we still will win. And I want to let you know, young man, that it's very sad to have to account when things go bad, but never account when things are going well. Because I think there was recently even a drug bust of about 1 billion rand, where people were saying, March and March, you did this, and everyone came out in numbers to say, no, this is not March and March. What did they do? They didn't do anything, blah, blah, a lot of things, where people start getting jobs and others start getting rid of criminals in their areas, some of them taking back their tuck shops, and every time people are saying that's not March and March is doing. But now when something goes wrong, people are quick to say it's our doing. I must say it is disheartening, but you think, how is this our doing? We've never been to Mossel Bay. We don't know the community of Mossel Bay. We've never interacted with them. We've never seen them or encouraged them in any way. We've had several marches. We've got members in different places, and our members are clear on what protocol to follow from the minute they apply for the march, to how they interact with the police, etc., etc. We've got a way of doing things. Even when we're going out and requesting for operations with the police, we write letters, we formalize everything, and for the many marches that we've had, we've had many marches across the country in different places. We haven't had incidents of violence or death. And that's not by coincidence. That's because we've organized ourselves in a way that allows for that to happen. But unfortunately, it's very sad when things like this happen and then they become our fault. And, the people that have been waiting for something negative to happen quickly attribute it to you as a movement. There's communities who are living with foreign nationals who have their own frustrations that have nothing to do with us. There are communities who've been marching on their own without March and March. It doesn't mean every single march that's out there on the street is organized by us, But in our messaging, since we've started March and March, we have never advocated for violence. And I really wish that when people hold us accountable, you hold us accountable for the things that we've said, for the things that we did. Don't hold us accountable for whatever you think is our fault, or you just want to have an I got you moment and you want to prove that, this thing, Vele, I wasn't in support of it, it's nonsense, so therefore I must call them out for even things that are not things that we stand for. So I'm asking you, please listen to what we say. This thing is not about tribes. It's not about skin color. It's not about race. It's not about any of that. It's about us as citizens saying we want our government to enforce our immigration laws as a matter of urgency. It's a matter of crimes. It's a matter of state security. It's a matter of the survival of South Africa as a country. It's about immigration laws. We do not advocate for people to go out there in different tribes and look for this and that. So if you speak this, if you can say a word in Zulu, that's not what we stand for. We stand for documents where a person must show that they are South African by having documents, or that they're in the country legally. Whether that person speaks French or speaks Tonga or speaks Shona or speaks whatever language, it's not what we are about. We are advocating for people who are in this country to be here legally, to be abiding by the laws of the country, and for them to respect South Africa. So anything else is not in our mandate. It is outside our mandate. You have never heard us mentioning or singling out any tribe. We have been hell-bent on saying we will go to every single province, regardless of whether it's a province where there's one Zulu or three. It's not about Zulu people. It's not about anything like that. So I'm asking you kindly, please understand who we are. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't listen to the propaganda that's been spread out there. Listen to who we are as much and much. What have we been saying from the beginning? We've never moved from anything we've said from the get-go, and we're not going to change on what we are fighting. We are fighting for South Africa to be lawful. We are fighting for the laws of this country to be respected. We're not fighting people, even foreigners themselves. As much as they want to say all of these horrible things about us, that's not our fight. Our fight is making sure that our country works and it survives for South Africans. And I really, really hope that you guys will understand us and stop using this tribalism card to cause a divide between South Africans. It's not going to work, because at the end of the day, it's not about tribes, it's about documents. We want documented people to be in the country, to respect the country's laws, and to behave themselves as though they are people who are in the country and respect and understand the laws of South Africa.
You know, right when you thought things are worse, they get worse and worse. Is it the correct word? They get worse and worse each and every day. You know, last week, Ghana took its people and they actually ended a 33-year-old deal that we had with them as South Africa. So right now, Malawi has started voluntary repatriation of its people in South Africa, which means that anyone from Malawi who does not feel safe here in this country, the government is saying that they will come and fetch them so that they can go home where they will be safe. So, you know, these things of much as much as the citizens and the leaders are saying that they are fighting for this country, they are actually killing this country because of the way that they went about doing all these things. You know, I always say, when you want people to return to their countries, you do not have to beat them. You do not have to close down their businesses. You do not have to do all those things, because we are South Africa because of all the other African countries. There are a lot of South African businesses that are in Malawi. We actually dominate a lot of commercial sectors with our businesses in Malawi. Do you understand? Be it your banking, be it retail, be it hospitality, telecommunications. We have WhatsApp, Pick and Pay, ShopRite. The leading bank in Malawi is Standard Bank. That's the biggest bank in Malawi. It's Standard Bank. It's our bank. Do you understand? We have DSTV. We have a lot of businesses that are in Malawi. So what if right now the president of Malawi decides to take the route of Ghana and say that they are chasing away South African businesses, and they will start their own businesses? They will have their own banks. They will have their own retail shops. Do you understand? What do you think is going to happen to this country? You know, much with whatever they are doing, they are destroying this country. In a year, if they carry on doing whatever they are doing, if you people of South Africa carry on supporting these people, saying that they are doing the Lord's work because these people are stealing our jobs, you are going to drive this country to the pits. I've been saying, and I will keep on saying it. Now Malawi has joined the bandwagon. All the other countries now, they will join the bandwagon. Something that I said a few days ago, when I said, when Ghana starts, all the other countries, they will jump in, because South Africa has been treating people who come from outside very bad for a lot of years. Every time when it's time for elections, you guys, you want to abuse their people. You want to kill their people. You want to close their businesses. You want to... Guys, when are you going to wake up? When are you going to wake up? Do things have to get to this for us to actually understand the kind of businesses that we are messing up? Who is going to want to work with South Africa after all this nonsense? Who is going to want to work with us after everything that you people are doing? Who's going to want to work with us? Look at this now. We will become poor in the next year if these things don't stop. If things carry on like this, we will become poor. I'm telling you, you people are messing up things. You people are messing up things. I keep on saying, what was hard for you guys to go to the government and sit down with the government and say, let's come up with a way to deal with these things? What was hard about that? Aya bafa bonke masana.
Weka. Uze mangifika ngisazi isikhwele ngithimise simnane lapha. Hayi. Awu. Hey. Aya bafa bonke masana. Hey, unaanza mkono. Hey, bene. Nako, au. Pole pe wa. Amasomala sebeka inkosi. Belase. Ayiphathe ikhaya inkosi yakho. Asebeka inkosi amasomala izona. Abeka inkosi amasomala. Aphela matwana, aphela matwana. Matwana boya kakapheli. Sakhala matwana. Ayisika. Hey, hey, ayiyakaya, hey. Ayisomhla sokuthi abantu aya bafa bonke masana. Hayi ngezola maphosi iphumi. Angizwanga ngomuntu vela sebesikhona. Ngizowaceba. Ngibese sithi baba senu sonke ngobuningi. Ayibeke iphile ndawo. Ibekwe lapha. Akho sentini. Inkosi.
Yabona, the Zulus, they kill me. They kill me. You know, you guys, you will end up developing cancer with the amount of muti that you eat each and every day, thinking it will help you overcome your problems. How do you drink all these things and eat all these things and then you still go to court and you lose the case? How does that happen? Because if something was powerful, if it was really, really powerful, the judge will rule in your favor. You wouldn't go to court and make a fool out of yourself in court. You don't even understand whatever the judge is saying. You see that Malima just proved he just proved it's just you wasting your time and it's just you failing to progress and understand there's nothing that's more powerful than God and the real law. You people need to stop this thing. Lento yenu ayisebenzi lento yenu.
So basically what the High Commissioner is saying is that all those 1,005 people that are going to be evacuated from South Africa, they've been registered, everything, they've been taken through all the screening, whatever that they are supposed to do. The moment you are evacuated from South Africa to Ghana, you cannot go back. So don't use this as because the government is paying for your flight ticket, so you want to come to Ghana and probably go back. That is not going to happen, especially the undocumented ones. You cannot return to South Africa. So don't use that like this as some way. And also, when you listen to JACINTA and what she is talking about, especially about the boy that was unalived, I don't know what you think about it. Looking at her, is she remorseful? Do you think she has regretted? Because after saying that, and it was even a question that someone threw at her under your comment section and she decided to reply. So if that person did not even comment that, then probably I'm not sure she would have even addressed it. I don't know, but this is what I see. It's not easy. And also, look at this guy. All the points that he's making, it makes sense a lot. And I wish so many South Africans who are trying to push foreigners away will understand this. South Africa is not like a country that is basically doing everything on their own. They have businesses, whatever businesses that make South Africa's economy run and is thriving and doing well. It is with the help of other African countries. Do you know the South African businesses in people's countries? But when you explain it, they don't understand. So they will not get it until the bad days come. So Charlie, we are here. We will all see. Thank you so much for watching.